Number 3 has a table that shows some computer repair services. We got 2 different companies. And then it shows the cost of each company. The question says, at how many hours of service do the repair services cost the same? Choose the equation you could solve to find out. So it's best practice to ignore your answer choices. And you want to try to write your own equation and then find if there's one like that in the answer choices. So I'm going to go and look up at TechWrite. It says it's a $75 service charge plus $50 an hour. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a plus sign where they said plus. The question was asking me how many hours would it take for them to cost the same, and I don't know. So that's whenever you use a variable. They're asking about how many hours, and this one charges $50 an hour, so put a variable where they said an hour, because that's the part I don't know. Now, whenever you have a service charge or any kind of fee, that's only going to happen one time. So for TechWrite, I want you to write in this box 75 plus 50x. Okay, we're going to write an expression for Best Buy. $25 service charge plus $70 an hour. They were asking how many hours. That's the part we don't know. So put your variable on top of where they said an hour. Now I'm ready to write it out. 25 was just like a fee. It only happens one time. I don't put a variable with that. They said 25 plus $70 an hour. Now, since I've written mine, then you can look at your answer choices. The one that really stands out right away is the one that has a minus. I didn't have any minuses. Let's see what else. 75x. No. I'm not paying $75 an hour, so I don't want to smush that together. Okay, C. 75 plus 50x. 25 plus 70x looks really good. This one would not work because this is saying that you're paying that fee every hour and then that hourly charge. Because remember, that would distribute to both of those. So no, it didn't need to be grouped in parentheses. C is the very best. Number 4 has to do with that same info. Stephen estimates how long his computer repairs will take. He discovers that TechWrite and Best Buy will charge the same amount. What is Stephen's estimate of their repair time? Okay, so we had this equation written out, so you write it, because that was for TechWrite and Best Buy. Now, I could, if I didn't know how to solve this, you could do like what we did in the Commons, where you take an answer choice and you go substitute it for the variable to see which one does make both sides have the same answer. But if you can, just solve it without. So I want you to write this. You're taking notes. You see the variables on both sides. This is like what we did at the first of this paper. I find the smaller one. 50 is smaller than 70. Ask yourself what would make it go away from this side. Since it's positive, you do minus 50x. I travel to the other side of the equation, other side of the equals. Find that like term. This is the one with the x. I'm doing that so that all of this will cancel. The variable's not on both sides anymore. I bring down what was left. 75 equals 25. I have to work this step. 70x minus 50x gives me 20x, and I was left with 20 positives, so put a plus to separate those two terms. Okay, so then I go back and I find my variable. It's connected with this positive 20, so I'm going to save that part that it's connected to for last. I don't want this positive 25 on this side. So a minus 25 would make it go away. I'm moving numbers away from my variable. Cancel. Work it. Bring it down. It's saying 20 times something is 50. So since they're multiplying, I divide both sides by 20. And that was an answer choice C.